Today, we're going to take a closer look at some more analytics and reports in Landis Contact Center. I'm going to focus mainly specifically on the agent performance and agent statistics. Obviously, one of the key reasons why you might have a contact center platform is so that you can track analytics, reports, and more specifically, being able to look at your team and identify certain users that might need some more support, that might need more training or more resources. It's not just about holding your agents accountable. Here at Landis, we're really focused on delivering life-friendly technologies, and part of that is making sure that your team is well equipped and making sure that you have the reporting and statistics to find that information. So let's take a look. We're going to start with one of the key reports, and that is the agent summary. This allows you to see your entire team. Of course, this can be organized by group if you have various different teams and contact centers or locations. But this allows you to see everyone in a certain group and see what their performance looks like. We can track total number of calls, inbound, outbound, queue calls. You'll notice a lot of columns that would point towards their responsiveness. Are they missing calls? Do they seem to reject calls often? We can see all the stats there. And of course, you can filter these reports to look at a certain time period, or you can filter down to look at certain groups of agents. We can also see a lot of statistics and timestamps around their call quality. How are the calls going that they're engaged in? So we're ranking, or we're capturing the sentiment score for the calls that they're engaged in, and you can sort and look at the scores over the accumulated over the period of time that you have set here in the report. There's also timestamps that would point towards their accumulated available versus unavailable, but then also specific statuses like working on tickets or taking lunch or any other status that the agent has to pick from. So that's just to call out a few, but there's lots here in the summary report that you can track how each member of your team is doing in a easy to digest list format there. We, of course, can drill down to more specifics in the agent details report. This allows us to see every detailed interaction that that agent had. So any call that they were involved in, we can filter by phone number, search by caller phone number here, and just see a detailed list of all the interactions that that agent had, whether it's inbound, outbound, direct calls, queue calls, or any other type of interaction. And just like in any of these detailed reports, the Q details page is the same. When we do find a record that we want to investigate further, we can drill down by just simply clicking the View Details page. That'll then take us to a detailed interaction log for that call. And not only just the call as it was in the queue, we can also see any IVR interactions that caller had, what led them to this queue, and then as the call entered the queue, we can see the details as to what happened, who all was alerted of this call as it rang in the queue, and what action did they take? Did they ignore it? Did they miss it? Who answered it? How long did the conversation last? And of course, there's audio recording that it allows you to see the transcription and listen to the audio for that conversation. So again, really easy to look at the overall just summary numbers for your agents and then dive into any interaction that your agent had. Another key metric, so we talked about the timestamp summaries, being able to see how much time in total someone's spending available versus unavailable. We also have more detailed breakdowns in the agent timeline report, where we can see a breakdown of the queue as a whole, or we can filter down and look for a particular user and see how that particular user has spent their day when it comes to the time changes, or the status changes, I should say. So here we can see how long their breaks lasted, when they were available. We can see when they signed in and out of the queue to make sure that the user is prompt and signing into the queue at the appropriate time. And of course, here we can also see an overlay of the calls that were taken. So if there is ever a queue or an agent in question, we can drill down and see more visibility as to time spent in the queue there. All right, that's all we're going to cover today. There's lots more reporting, obviously, that you can jump into, but I just wanted to highlight a few areas that you can track your team members to make sure your team is set up for success and you have all the analytics to support them.